I watched the new Final Destination film a couple of days ago, which is a sentence I never thought I would say in my life, and yet here we are. And I have to say, the film is definitely a very pleasant surprise. It was quite good. Visually, whatever budget they have was definitely in the screen, or on the screen. It felt like an early 2000s horror film because back then the budgets were a bit bigger, they could do more things, and I have to say this film really felt like straight out from that period. Although it does take place in present day, as we know in Final Destination, that's always the case. It's definitely better than the last couple of movies we had, and it's not like the fifth one wasn't good. So definitely a good movie. If you're a fan of the franchise, 100% you have to see it. Before I talk about even minor spoilers, one thing I really liked is how almost all of the characters are likable, so you couldn't really root against them. Honestly, I want all of them to live, although I knew that at best most would die. And the story, as maybe if you haven't seen the trailers, they do switch it up with the Bloodlines thing. It's a family this time because one of their ancestors wasn't supposed to survive. So it's nice seeing a family. Like, I feel it's a very simple but effective way to make us care about the protagonist because they care about each other, their family. And you know, as families, they have the problems and all that, but in the end, they care about each other, which is a nice thing to see. And since it is the sixth movie in the franchise, they do try to switch up things. They do try to show us a few more things about how the universe works. We learned a few more things about Tony Todd's character, Bloodworth. We had a bit of a send-off for the character. It seems that both Tony Todd and the directors knew he wouldn't be with us for very long. So that was nice. It was nice to see them take the time to do that. The movie is dedicated to him, which is also nice. And yeah, it really didn't feel like they were just trying to make another movie. There was a lot of care and thought put into it. And honestly, I actually hoped they explored the lore even more, like it left me wanting more, but not necessarily in a good or bad way. Like if we have a new film, I would love it, but I just wished we got more in this one. That being said, the kills were creative, brutal, a bit too much CGI for my liking, although it wasn't like obvious or anything, it didn't take away from it. But thinking back into it, like the first movies hold up so well because of the minimal use of it. Regardless, if you are a slasher slash splatter fan, if you are a fan of the franchise especially, I 100% recommend it. No worries, it's a pretty good film all around. It's a pretty good addition to it. Although, to say as a final thought, the movie does risk guiding the franchise to almost be a self-parody. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot have a little bit of comedy, obviously, that's fine, that's good even, but not too much. Like, it's a silly situation, but you shouldn't focus too much on it. Like, this reluctance to be serious about stuff that may be perceived as silly needs to go away. So, yeah, and the kills were creative, in case you were wondering, but they always are. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I played the trailer throughout this, so you already saw that. So yeah, go see it. Great movie.